preparation, the planning, the small details, they all matter. It's not just about the flying, it's about the responsibility, safety, and passion. This is what goes behind the scenes of a student pilot's journey. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. This is our return leg. From this airport, we're going down south back to Bankstown via Richmond. Those are all aviation waypoints. All those waypoints from a point to another. So say A to B, B to C, X to Z waypoint. Each one has a certain heading, a track, and a distance. So that's what we call a navlog. Is our position. All our waypoints go in this column. Our altitudes, our speeds, our tracks. So from X to Z, what is our track that we will maintain? This is just some information about the whole flight, frequencies and fuel. And those are our takeoff and landing in area 21 and 20. So just press on that. We'll put, say, 12 hours and we'll submit it. Once we submit it, it's also a weather for each airport in this area. Grid has a certain coordinate, as in latitude and longitude. And depending on which waypoint we have, we'll get the winds. We plug in the winds over here. So that's the wind, the direction of the wind, and slash the speed of the wind. Now, once we have the winds and the tracks, we can get a heading and our ground speed for each leg. Time in this column, obviously, you know, time is distance over speed. So I'll just divide each one by the ground speed to get a time. Our fuel remaining plan, so we know at each waypoint how much fuel we still have. Those are US gallons, 46.4 US gallons, for example, at PAA waypoint. From the temperature, as you can see, go across depending on our weight, and we go across to get takeoff distance for this chart. Everything I showed you on the computer on this physical map, this is what I have during flight. Okay, so now we're finalizing everything, all the paperwork. We're just submitted a flight plan, so air traffic services knows our route and what we are intending to do, and we printed the latest weather. Now it's time for us to pre-flight the aircraft, make sure the aircraft is good. Once we confirm with that, we are ready to depart. So over here, as you can see, I'm conducting a fuel drain where we actually drain some fuel from the aircraft wings to check for any contamination and to make sure the fuel is good, as well as the oil. We check that we have the correct amount. We clean the aircraft, we check all the wings, all the propellers. Door latch and alerts are checked. Pre-start checklist is complete. Conduct the start procedure.
Clear prop!
When the aircraft lifts off and the noise fades into a steady climb, I'm reminded of something life taught me slowly. Growth doesn't happen all at once. It happens in quiet moments, late night study sessions, small choices, and the discipline to keep moving, even when no one's watching. Leaving home, traveling to a new country, starting over, learning how to fly, none of it was easy. But the truth is, nothing great or meaningful ever is. Life rewards hard work, patience, and a steady mind. As Marcus Aurelius said, the obstacle is the way. Every challenge you face isn't a wall, it's the path that shapes you into who you're meant to become. Up here, above the noise, it becomes clear. You don't have to rush, you just have to keep going. Every small step compounds, every effort shapes you, and one day you'll look back and realize you've become someone your younger self would be proud of. Whatever you want in this life, you're capable of achieving it. Yes, I'm talking to you. Once you commit, stay disciplined, refuse to quit, and pray for God's guidance, there is nothing that can stop the future you're meant to create. As we got closer to a waypoint called Moby's Head, we obtained the ATIS, which gives us information about this specific aerodrome or the route we are flying on. Also, we had to speak to Williamtown Delivery to get clearance in order for us to enter this restricted airspace and fly this route. We descended to 500 feet, which is around 150 meters above ground level, and we just track along the coast. So, to be honest, that was the most amazing flight I've ever been on. Amazing scenery. This airport, actually, Williamtown, the one we're flying next to, is a kind of like a military airport. And I wasn't able to film it, but there was a jet aircraft literally taking off from the left. During flight, I chose to divert to another aerodrome which does have better weather and fuel to refuel the aircraft in order to have enough fuel to come back. I chose that because I looked at the weather to the west. The cloud base was very low. I thought I wouldn't be able to get around the high terrain and mountains to the west, so I diverted to this airport. It was better. However, it was very, very windy at this airport. I was probably getting 20 knots of crosswind. For non-aviation people, there's something called crab. As you can see, the aircraft, we're actually going in a straight line, but the nose of the aircraft, if you look carefully, it's like twisted to the right. That's the effect of wind. Because the wind is coming from the right, we have to crab into the wind so we don't get pushed. I completed the descent and approach checklist and the before landing checklist. And since it was very windy, I chose not to take landing flaps in case I bust the flap speed. So I just kept the takeoff flap. So that was a flapless landing. We didn't use any flaps, and as you can see, we turned on the runway because there's no taxiway at the end of the runway. We have to make a radio call, backtrack this runway. Guys, this is massive. Look at this, is a single engine propeller. Okay, so this is what we have over here. I have a